All right, so I'm live, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Unbound, and today we're going to be talking about an important topic. If you see the thumbnail, it says, "Why does it seem that the Nigerian artists or the Nigerian musicians have turned a deaf ear or have turned a blind sight to the challenges facing Nigeria as a whole?" And before I start this, I'm gonna let you all know the Nigerian artists, the Nigerian musicians, they are great and they're doing a lot of good stuff. They're doing their best. They are making their country great. They're making Nigeria great. Honestly, Nigerian musicians have done a lot more of putting Nigeria's awareness out there in the world compared to other things. Yeah, the Nigerian musicians they have really done a lot. Because of the Nigerian musicians, a lot of people around the world now know about Nigeria. But then when they dig deeper, they don't like what they see or what they're hearing about Nigeria. So today we're gonna discuss some reasons why it seems like the Nigerian artists or the Nigerian musicians have turned a deaf ear to the challenges facing Nigeria. Because somebody might think like, wait a minute, are you kidding me? Burna Boy is from Nigeria, Davido is from Nigeria, is a Nigerian artist. Like, why then is Nigerian citizens are always complaining of something? If not one thing, it's gonna be another thing. If not something, why? Why can't the Nigerian musician kind of like point the government attention to something important about the country so that they can make things better? One might easily think that, that the Nigerian artists will do that. One might easily say, okay, maybe if Davido or Burna Boy or Whiskey or Ashake or one of those great musicians, if they say something to the government, maybe the government will help see what the citizens are talking about and thereby try to make some changes. But now, some of them might be doing this. Okay, and some of them, just turn blind eye, like deaf ears, they don't even act like they are in that country. All right, so, but I'm not here to put any blame on them or to talk bad about them. I'm here to tell you why it seems that the Nigerian musician have turned deaf ear, blind sight, unprovoked attitude towards the cry of Nigerians every day, every month, every week, every year. And again, I'm gonna say this: some channel televisions in Nigeria, they are doing their best, but their best is not gonna be enough because it's gonna be a lot of work and group effort. All right, so before I go into the reasons why Nigerian artists seem like they have turned blind eyes and deaf ears to what's going on in Nigeria, I would like to mention some of the Nigerian musician and artist names and their worth. All right, I know. Let's go. Wizkid, Adedeji Ibrahim Balogun, net worth estimated. All these are estimate. Okay, these are not. They're not the exact estimate. These are not the exact worth. Okay, they are estimate. All right. So one is Wizkid, and Wizkid's real name is Ayodeji Ibrahim. Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun, and his net worth is estimated to be $30 million. $30 million. That's a lot of money. His notable achievements are Grammy Award winner, numerous international collaborations, record-breaking albums, and several other awards. Next person is Davido. Davido, David Adedeji Adeleke is his full name, and his net worth estimate. Okay, estimate. Don't take this for book value. This is estimate. Okay, 27 million. $27 million, not naira. $27 million. Okay, that's Davido's estimated net worth. His notable achievements are numerous international hits, multiple awards, and a significant influence on Afrobeats globally. Burna Boy is the next guy. Burna Boy, Damini Eboluwa Ogulu. That's Burna Boy's name. His net worth is estimated to be $25 million. Notable achievement is Grammy Award winner, critically acclaimed albums, and a prominent figure. Don Jazzy is another person. Michael Collins Ajere. Net worth is estimated to be 18 million. Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage is another great Nigerian artist. Net worth is estimated at $10 million. And notable achievement is numerous international collaboration, multiple awards, and significant impact on the Afrobeats genre. Another person is the Tu Baba. Tu Baba is Innocent Uja Idibia. Everybody know Innocent Uja Idibia. This guy is very popular. His net worth is estimated to be $16 million, and his notable achievements: he's a veteran musician with numerous awards, numerous hits, and numerous contributions to the African music scene. Next person is P Square, Peter and Paul Okoye. Net worth is estimated to be $20 million combined. Notable achievement is multiple hit songs and albums. Olamide Adedeji is another great Nigerian musician. His net worth is estimated to be $12 million. Again, these are all estimates. These are not accurate, exact today's dates value of their worth. All right. Notable achievement is numerous hit albums, influential in popularizing and Yoruba language in contemporary music. Flavor, Chinedu Okoli, estimated net worth $9.5 million. Yemi Alade, net worth is estimated to be $5 million. Fino Chibuzo Nelson Azubuike, estimated net worth is $10 million. D'banj Oladapo Daniel Oyebanjo, net worth is $11 million. Techno Augustine Miles Kelechi, net worth is estimated to be $8 million. Simisola Bolatito Kosoko, his net worth is estimated at $3 million. Naira Marley Aziz Fashola, his net worth is estimated at $5 million. Banky W. Olubankole Wellington, his net worth is estimated at $9 million. Falls is Folarin Falana, net worth is estimated at $4 million. Mr. Easy Oluwatosin Ajibade, net worth is estimated at $3 million. Adekunle Gold, Adekunle Kosoko is his name. Net worth is estimated to be at $2.5 million. Teniola Apata, net worth is estimated at $2 million. Kiss Daniel is Oluwatobi Loba Daniel Anidube. His net worth is estimated to be $5 million. Wande Ko Oluwatobi Wande Ojosipe, his net worth is estimated to be $3.5 million. Rema Divine Ikubo, Rema's net worth is estimated to be $1 million. Mayokun Adewale Mayowa Emmanuel Mayokun, net worth is estimated at $2 million. Patoranking Patrick Naimeka Okorie, net worth is estimated to be $6.5 million. Asha Bukola Elemide, net worth is estimated at $2 million. Johnny Drill, John Igodaro, his net worth is estimated to be $1 million. Zlatan Omoniyi Temidayo Raphael, his net worth is estimated to be $2 million. Timaya Inetimi Alfred Odon, his net worth is estimated to be $8 million. Brimo is Olawale Oloforo. His net worth is estimated to be $1 million. Again, these guys are Nigerian musicians, okay? They are Nigerian artists, and I'm talking about a topic tonight where most Nigerian artists seems to have turned deaf ear, blind eyes, unprovoked response to the challenges facing Nigeria. Now, you hear me say most Nigerian artists, right? Not all of them, because some of them are actually showing they're showing concern for the country. They actually care. They show that they were provoked by the challenges facing Nigerians at this moment, and they're actually, getting bombarded for it. We'll get there. You probably know who I'm talking about if you have been watching some news in Nigeria. But most of the Nigerian artists seems to have turned a deaf ear on the citizens' plight and cries and complaints and all those things. So it seems like the Nigerian artists or the Nigerian artists or the Nigerian musicians, it seems like they have turned blind eyes, deaf ears, and they are unprovoked by everything that's going on. But now, before I dive into the reasons why they may have seemed to have turned deaf ears and blind eyes and unprovoked attitude, I just wanted to let you know some of the prominent Nigerian artists' names and their net worth before I dive into why it may have seemed like they have turned deaf ear, blind eye, and unprovoked attitude towards Nigerians. So we stopped at Victor. Victor Olanrewaju Ogunmefun. His net worth is $1 million. Ricardo Banks, Ayoleyi, Haniel Solomon, Ayoleyi. So his net worth is estimated to be $2 million. Nice. Alexander Abolore Adegbola Akonde or Adegbola Akonde. That is nice full name. His net worth is $1.7 million. Duncan Wene Mighty Okechukwu. That's his full name. His net worth is estimated to be $2 million. Joe Boy Joseph Akinwale Akinfenwa Donos. His net worth is estimated to be at $1 million. Sheyi Shea. His full name is Deborah Oluwaseyi Joshua. His net worth is estimated at $2 million. Ice Prince. That's his full name is Panshak Henry Zamani. His net worth is estimated to be $4 million. YC. His full name is Oludemilade Martin Alejo. His net worth is estimated at $1.5 million. Lil Kesh, Keshinro Ololade, that's his name. If you're just joining on Boundverse, hit the hi button or like or subscribe to the channel. Let me know you guys can hear me and you guys are hearing me okay. All right, so Small Doctor, his full name is Adekunle Temitope. His net worth is $2 million. Again, these are estimates, okay? All these net worths are estimated net worths, okay? Peruzzi is Tobechukwu Victor Oko. His net worth is estimated at $1 million. Skibby Abe Elias, that's his name, and his net worth is estimated at $1 million. Korede Bello, that's his name and that's his screen name. He doesn't have like a special nickname like most of the artists. So his net worth is $1.5 million. $1.5 million. That's his net worth. Hadiza Blel. Net worth is estimated as $1 million. Chidinma Ekile. $1 million is his net worth. LAX Damilola Afolabi. Net worth is estimated $1 million. Orishefemi Majemite Ekele is his full name, and his net worth is estimated at $1 million. Remilekun Abdul Khalid Safaru. His net worth is estimated at $1 million. J1 Iledare Oluwajumolo. Net worth is estimated to be $1 million. Ladipo Ladipo Esho, his net worth is estimated at $1 million. You will see that on this list, Ashake is not mentioned. I don't know why Ashake was not in the 50 names. It should be at the top there with Davido and them. But Ashake is another Nigerian artist. His name is Ahmed Ololade Ashake. He's a very active musician. He's also one of Nigerians' best when it comes to Nigerian musicians. And Ashake's worth is estimated to be $1 million. That's estimate, okay? So now that I have mentioned all these musicians, some of them you don't know them, some of them you don't even know if they're Nigerians or something like that. Some of them you may not even have heard of their names, but they are Nigerian musicians and they are there and they're doing their best to be prominent and be popular and make good music to Nigerians. So yeah, now let's get into the reason why it may have seemed like they've turned deaf ears onto Nigerians. Why it seems like they're not bothered, they don't care. They turn blind eyes, they turn deaf ears. They don't seem to want to help the government to help Nigerians. It seems like that, right? You could say that they don't care, right? Not all of them. Again, not all of them, because some of them are actually doing stuff and they're getting backlash for it. But these are the reasons why it seems Nigerian artists or Nigerian musicians have turned deaf ears, blind eyes, or unprovoked by the situation of things in Nigeria. Okay, so the first one here is the focus on personal and career growth. Okay, so they may be trying to focus on their personal and their career growth, and that might be the reason why they are unprovoked by what's going on in Nigeria. Many Nigerian musicians, like artists worldwide, may prioritize their personal and career growth over socio-political activism. The music industry is highly competitive and staying relevant requires constant effort, innovation, and self-promotion. This leaves little time and energy for addressing broader societal issues. Musicians often focus on producing new music, touring, and managing their brands to sustain their careers. So, one reason is because they're trying to focus on their personal and career growth. And you can't blame anybody for this, because if you have a brand and you're focusing on how your brand will be successful and how your brand is gonna go far and last, you will not have time to focus on the social concerns of citizens in your country. Additionally, the financial stability and the security of these musicians are heavily tied to their continuous output and public presence. Engaging in activism can be risky and controversial, potentially alienating fans or sponsors. This focus on personal and professional growth does not necessarily mean that musicians are indifferent to societal issues. Rather, they might feel constrained by the demands of their career. So you see people like Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid, Ashake, Olamide, all these guys are perhaps concerned by the demands of their career, because trust me, being an artist in Nigeria is a very challenging thing. It's a very tough thing, especially in the country where there is not a lot of government provision for the Nigerian artists to survive, or to be bigger, or to contribute to national development. All this stuff you see that the Nigerian artists are doing are mainly by themselves. By themselves. Maybe a little, quite a few number of them uh, got help from the federal government, but I really doubt it. Most of them are self-made. Yes. So when I mean self-made, I mean the government doesn't have a hand in their success. Okay, that's what I really mean by that. So think about that. Okay, it's because they want to keep up with the demands of the career. Okay, that career is very challenging, so that may have make them not have time to focus on the social issues or societal issues that's coming up in Nigeria. So it's not really them. It's just because they're focusing on their personal growth and their development. So if you're just joining in, I'm talking about uh, a situation whereby Nigerian artists, Nigerian musicians, seems like they have turned deaf ears, or blind eyes, or they are unprovoked by all the situations and the challenges and all the stuff that the citizens of Nigeria are bringing forward, in especially in this 2024. All right, we've got all these great Nigerian artists like Davido, like Burna Boy, like Tenny, like Wizkid, like Ashake, a lot of them like Adekunle Gold, Mr. Easy, Force, all these guys. All right, like Idris, Abdul Karim. All right, most of these artists seem like they have turned deaf ears, blind eyes, and they are unprovoked by what's going on in Nigeria. And I'm here to tell you some of the reasons why it seems so. All right, most of them may have actually turned blind eyes or deaf ears, or they are unprovoked. But some of them actually did not turn blind eyes. They did not turn their deaf ear, and they are actually provoked by what's going on in Nigeria. They are provoked by all the challenges facing Nigerians, and all the complaints and the plight that they are bringing forth every day. And we just mentioned that one of the reasons is because they are focused on their personal growth in their career, okay, which is their music career. That's one reason. All right, another reason here, before I continue, please click the like button and subscribe to Unbound Verse for more videos like this. So the next reason why it may seem like Nigerian artists have turned deaf ear, blind eyes, or unprovoked by the challenges facing Nigeria, is that the fear of repercussion may be in their mind. Okay, so they may be afraid of repercussion. I'm not sure if any of you remember back then when Two Face was allegedly said to have tried to lead a group of people in some kind of uh, public societal expression of discomfort. I'm not sure if you remember that. Yeah, all right. Uh, all the Nigerian artists, they are all humans like you and I. They have conscience. They have feelings. Uh, they wanna be happy. They want to be free of problems. So fear of repercussion is another reason why it may have looked like or seem like the Nigerian artists or Nigerian musicians have turned blind eyes or deaf ears or unprovoked by the situation of things in Nigeria. So they may be afraid of repercussion. All right. So Nigeria's socio-political landscape can be volatile, and outspoken critics of the government or established systems often face severe repercussion. Okay. If you don't know about Nigeria, Nigeria is not like UK, America, or France, or Singapore. It's completely different place. Okay. So even artists may be afraid of consequences of trying to point the government's attention to all the challenges that Nigerian citizens are facing. Musicians who speak out against the government or highlight societal challenges risk facing censorship. All right, they might be censored. They might be censored, and nobody might try to, you know, count what they're saying as important. So there's always that risk of facing censorship in trying to point government's attention towards the challenges facing Nigerians. All right. So remember, Nigerian musicians, they are like you and I. They don't want no problems, but at the same time, because they have so many followers, so many people, so many fans of their music, one could easily say, oh, the musicians can help us point the government's attention towards all the challenges facing Nigerians. But these artists or these musicians, they might be facing they might be facing the fear of repercussion. They might be themselves afraid of repercussion. Repercussion like censorship. They might censor them. Okay. This is, like I said, Nigeria is different from every other country out there. Okay. The fear of the consequences of censorship, harassment, or even physical threats can deter them from taking a stand on controversial issues. And that is true. Moreover, the entertainment industry in Nigeria is closely linked with political figures and powerful entities. Musicians might fear losing endorsements, performance opportunities, or media coverage if they become too vocal about certain issues. Okay, so musicians might fear losing endorsements, they might fear losing performance opportunities, they might fear media coverage if they become too vocal about certain issues in Nigeria. So this creates a climate of self-censorship where artists avoid political activism to protect their careers and personal safety. All right, so that's one other reason. Okay, fear of repercussion. They are scared that there might be repercussion if they come out to say something that the government should be doing and the government aren't doing. So they are afraid of repercussion. Okay, so if you're just joining, we're talking about Nigerian artists not being provoked by what's going on in Nigeria, especially in 2024. Why it seems like they have turned deaf ears, blind eyes, and they look like they are unprovoked by things that are going on in Nigeria, by the obvious things that the citizens of Nigerians are crying about every day, especially since the stuff that has happened in Nigeria about fuel subsidy and all that stuff. So Nigerians, they keep, crying out for help every day. They keep making it known every day that, hey, this is not right. This is going on. We are suffering. We are unaliving every day. Government do something. Government do something. And some people thought maybe Nigerian artists or Nigerian musicians should be able to help them in that situation, since they have huge followers. They can maybe use their music or connections or influence or their relation to the government, or any good power they have to point the government's attention towards the pressing needs of the citizens of Nigeria. So if you are one of those people that have thought that, here is a video where you can come discuss that. Okay, in the discussion, in the comment section, leave there a comment and tell us the reason why you think most Nigerian artists, most Nigerian musicians have turned blind eyes, deaf ears, and unprovoked by what's going on in Nigeria. So another reason why this seems so is this. Another reason why it looked like Nigerian artists have turned deaf ear to what's going on in Nigeria is that limited impact perception. Okay, some musicians may feel that their effort to address Nigeria's challenges would have limited impact, very limited impact. So they don't think their contributions can have any meaningful impact on Nigeria's challenges. Issues like corruption, poor governance, and systematic inequality, they are deeply entrenched and require comprehensive, multifaceted solutions. Individual musicians might doubt their ability to effect meaningful change, leading to a sense of futility in engaging with these problems. So another reason, as you've heard, right, is that musicians think that their contribution is not gonna be meaningful. They will have little to no impact if they show any form of concern to the challenges facing Nigeria. So this perception can be compounded by the complexity and scale of Nigeria's challenges. Musicians may feel that their influence is better utilized within their industry, where they can directly affect change and inspire through their art. While their music can raise awareness and foster dialogue, translating this influence into concrete action can seem daunting. And it can really seem daunting because if some of these musicians already think that their impact in what's going on in Nigeria is limited or nothing, if they're already feeling like so, you can understand why. Because the challenges facing Nigeria is deeply rooted in big issues like corruption and mismanagement of funds and a lot of other bigger stuff. So they might assume that their contribution will be less impactful. All right, so that's the number 3 reason. That's the number 3 reason. Now, number 4 reason: influence through art. Influence through art. So many Nigerians musicians choose to address societal issues indirectly through their music and art. Many Nigerian artists choose to address the issues facing Nigeria indirectly through their music and their art. Music has a powerful ability to influence thought and inspire change, and many artists use their platforms to highlight problems and provoke reflections. So songs addressing themes of poverty, corruption, and injustice can reach a wide audience and stimulate conversation without the artist directly engaging in activism. All right, so that's one of the reasons. So this artist thinks that their influence should be done through their art. All right, through their art and through their song. They should not directly involve themselves with the challenges facing Nigeria. They don't want to directly involve themselves in pointing the government's attention to the pressing needs of Nigeria. They think they should not be involved directly. So this approach of indirectly pointing the government attention to the challenges facing Nigeria by musicians, all right, this approach allows musicians to contribute to societal change while maintaining their primary focus on their art. By embedding messages within their music, they can subtly influence public opinion and encourage their fans to think critically about the issues facing Nigeria. This method of influence respects the power of art to shape society over time. All right, and I don't blame any musician. Again, I don't blame any musician. I'm just telling you the reasons why most Nigerians may have feel like the prominent musicians in Nigeria have turned blind eyes or deaf ears, or they've seemed unprovoked by what's going on in Nigeria. All right, so reason number 5 why Nigerian musicians seem to have turned a blind eye or a deaf ear to the challenges facing Nigerians is lack of unity and organization. Lack of unity and organization. For musicians to effectively tackle Nigeria's challenges, there needs to be a level of unity and organization among them. This is something I don't think is among them. Maybe it's among two at the most, or three musicians at the most, or maybe four. But all the great musicians in Nigeria, they have no unity and they have no organizations. All right, I've seen that. I've seen them even go at, they've gone at each other back and forth, stuff like that. So for musicians to effectively tackle Nigeria's challenges, there need to be a level of unity and organization among them. However, the Nigerian music industry is highly fragmented, with artists often competing rather than collaborating. This lack of cohesion makes it difficult to mount a collective effort to address societal issues. So there you have it. All right. So Nigerian music industry is highly fragmented, and you could see this. You see this every day. All right, with artists often competing with each other rather than collaborating with each other. They are often competing with each other. We even saw it with even musicians that have two members in their band, or more than two members. You see them competing with each other. That's within one music label, competing with each other instead of collaborating. So this effort is not gonna help. All right, if Nigerian musician or the Nigerian music industry do everything possible to not be shattered, if they do everything possible to unite the musicians in Nigeria, they stand a chance in helping Nigerians with their challenges. Efforts to create industry-wide initiatives or movements require substantial coordination and resources, which can be challenging to organize. Without a unified front, individual musicians may feel isolated and powerless to effect significant change. Building solidarity and organized platforms for activism within the music community could enhance their ability to contribute meaningfully to resolve Nigeria's challenges. So if you're a musician in Nigeria and you're listening to this right now, and you're looking for a way to help tackle Nigeria's challenges, one way to go about it is to unite. Okay, one way to go about it is to organize the Nigerian music industry. Okay, is to unite and you guys collaborate together. Okay, another reason why Nigerian artists may have seemed to have turned deaf ear or blind eyes or unprovoked by what's going on in Nigeria is economic pressure. Economic pressure is another reason. All right, again, I'm not here to blame any prominent Nigerian musician. Rather, I'm saying that these guys are doing a tremendous job. If not for Nigerian musicians, Nigeria as a whole will be worse right now. all right, if not for the Nigerian music industry, all right. But on this live today, we're talking about reasons why it seems like Nigerian artists have turned blind eyes or deaf ears or even seem unprovoked by what's going on in Nigeria, right? There's so many reasons. I've mentioned 5 reasons, and this is the 6th reason, which is the economic pressures. Economic pressure. The economic realities of the Nigerian music industry can also limit musicians' ability to engage in activism. Many artists come from humble beginnings and view their careers as a means of financial security for themselves and their families. The pressure to maintain financial stability can make it difficult for musicians to divert time and resources towards activism. And this is so true. This is so true. A lot of Nigerian musicians, they came from nothing and now they are something. Only few of Nigerian musicians actually came from wealth, in the person of Davido. His family is wealthy, so he came from wealth already. But him personally, he struggled a little bit too, right, to get to where he is today. But most majority of Nigerian artists or Nigerian musicians, they are omo atapata dide. What that means is that they are not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They are born into poverty. They were born into struggle, real life struggle. And for them, music is providing that means of economic sustainability for them. Music is their source of livelihood, all right? So it's giving them some type of economic pressure, for them to now think about using their music, to do activism or to use their influence as a musician to start activism is really going to be tough for them, okay? It's really going to be tough for them. It's going to be a really tough economic pressure on them. They don't want to lose their source of income, They don't want to be stressed and not be able to provide for their family. So they just, focus on their music. Furthermore, economic pressure often dictates the content and the direction of their work. Commercial success in the music industry frequently depends on producing content that appeals to a broad audience, which may have not always aligned with addressing socio-political issues. As a result, musicians might prioritize commercially viable projects over activist endeavors. Okay, economic pressure that is real in Nigeria. All right, again, Nigeria is not like other countries where perhaps the government is involved in setting musicians up, like giving them loan and stuff to do their artwork and to do their music. That is not Nigeria, all right? All right, another reason or another idea or another item that makes the Nigerian artist seems unprovoked about the situation of Nigeria is the influence of sponsors and brands. The influence of sponsors and brands. The people sponsoring this artist, the people sponsoring this musician, the brands that are sponsoring this musician, all right, the influence of sponsors and brands. Many Nigerian musicians rely on sponsorships and brand endorsements for a significant portion of their income. These sponsors often prefer to associate with artists who maintain a positive and non-controversial public image. Engaging in activism can jeopardize these relationships, and brands may distance themselves from politically outspoken artists to avoid controversy. All right, this is another reason why Nigerian musician seems to have turned blind eyes, deaf ears, and they are unprovoked by the Nigerian situation or the challenges facing Nigeria. They don't want the influence that they're getting from their brands, they don't want the sponsorship to go away. They don't want their brands that's supporting them to distance themselves because they are politically outspoken. All right. Artists try to avoid this. All right. The influence of sponsors and brands can create a conflict of interest for musicians who wish to engage in activism. The potential loss of financial support from these entities can deter artists from taking bold stands on social or political issues, leading them to focus on maintaining a favorable image instead. This is so true. This is so true. All right. Another reason here is diversion into other roles. The diversion into other roles. I will explain that now. As musicians achieve success in Nigeria, they often diversify into other roles such as business ventures, acting, movies, or political appointments. These new roles can distract musicians from their ability to engage in activism. Balancing multiple career paths leaves little room for focused efforts on societal changes. All right. Even though we've seen examples of few Nigerian musicians that joined the government employment, they joined government with the intention to help Nigerians. We later on found out that they have joined for their own personal reasons. Some of you will remember some artists that did that. Some of them are still in there now, and you can barely tell what impact they have, being a member of the government, occupying a government office. Moreover, involvement in these other roles can sometimes necessitate a neutral or apolitical stance to avoid conflicts of interest. For example, a musician with political aspirations might avoid controversial activism to maintain broad appeal among potential voters. This diversification of interest can dilute their focus on addressing societal issues through their music. Okay. Another reason is the focus on international success. This should be at the top of the list. The focus on international success. If you don't know, yeah, you should know it from me today that most Nigerians, they prefer the accreditation from the international, anything international. Like, Nigerians love things from abroad. Any abroad, UK, America, France, Singapore, name them, Italy, Dubai, Bahrain. Nigerians love accolades from there. So the focus on international success is a big ticket on Nigerian musicians' mind. Look at Burna Boy selling out O2 arenas. Look at Davido doing the same thing, selling out O2 arena. Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, all these guys doing big things out there. I can even say some of Nigerian musicians are well known internationally compared to their awareness in Nigeria. Someone like Ashake, I think, is vast known all over the world. Like, a lot more people know Ashake around the world than in Nigeria. All right, it's similar to other Nigerian musicians too. They are internationally famous than in their own country. All right. So the focus on international success is one reason why Nigerian musicians may have seemed like they have turned deaf ear or blind eyes or unprovoked by the challenges facing Nigeria. Many Nigerian musicians aspire to achieve international recognition, which often requires aligning with global trends and audiences. This global focus can shift their attention away from the local issues in Nigeria. To appeal to an international audience, musicians in Nigeria might prioritize content that is universally relatable rather than addressing specific Nigerian challenges. You hear it. The pursuit of international success can also come with pressures to conform to the expectations of global music markets, which may not always align with activist messaging. This shift in focus can reduce the emphasis on local activism as artists aim to build a broader, more diverse fan base. Okay, so I don't blame them. Again, I don't blame them. I'm just saying that these are the reasons. Okay, these are the reasons. International recognition is big on most Nigerian musicians' mind. They want to be recognized internationally. In fact, if they are not recognized internationally, they have not fulfilled their job as a musician in Nigeria. I bet if you ask any, maybe with the exception of few, all right, maybe with the exception of few like Seun Kuti, I don't think he's after international recognition. I think it's rather focus on activism that's positive, towards resolving Nigerian challenges. Because Seun Kuti, is a different kind of musician. All right, the next reason why Nigerian artists or Nigerian musicians look like they have turned deaf ears or blind eyes or unprovoked by the challenges facing Nigeria is because of personal priorities and interests. Their personal priority and interest is not in line with resolving the challenges facing Nigeria. Okay. And again, I'm not blaming any Nigerian musician. I'm just here to tell you the reason why it may have seemed like they have turned blind eyes, deaf ears, and they seem unprovoked by the challenges facing Nigerians. So the number 10 reason is personal priorities and interests. Okay. So, and this is going to be the last item on my list this evening. And then I'm going to end the live. Okay. But before I go ahead and talk about the last reason, I want you guys to support this channel by clicking the like button and subscribe. All right, that's all I'm asking from you. And then share this video. All right, share this video. Okay, because a lot of people need to know that Nigerian artists or Nigerian musicians, they have not deliberately or intentionally turn their blind eyes or deaf ears or seem unprovoked by the challenges facing Nigeria. They haven't done this deliberately. This is just something that have to be slowly talked about. All right, it has to come to them slowly. Their attainment of success in their music career, the ultimate goal wasn't to do the government's job. The ultimate goal wasn't to take over government's responsibility. So if some of them are not, provoked by the challenges of Nigeria, it's a little bit understandable. All right, no blame here, no fault. They're doing their best. In fact, Nigerian musicians, they are actually doing great compared to other things in Nigeria. I don't have the statistics, but in my head, I kind of think the Nigerian music industry is doing way great compared to Nigerian educational, board, or compared to Nigerian agricultural industry, or compared to Nigeria textile industry, or compared to to other ministry in Nigeria. All right, I think the Nigerian music ministry is doing way far better in terms of outputs. All right, we got great musicians coming out of Nigeria, selling out the O2 arena, the arena that is not even in their country. In foreign countries, they are selling them out. Like, people can't buy ticket to go in to watch their shows anymore because the arena is already filled up. It's filled up to the maximum capacity. So that's big, great kudos to Nigerian musicians. All right, I give them a lot of kudos. All right, but we're just here today discussing the reason why Nigerian musicians look like they have turned deaf ears or blind eyes, or they seem unprovoked by numerous challenges facing Nigeria as a whole. So the last one on the list is the personal priorities and interests. The personal priorities and interests. Okay, so each musician, like I said, they have different motivation that drove them into becoming a musician in Nigeria. And I've told you earlier that most of Nigerian musicians, they are omo atapata dide. What that means is that they were not born with silver spoon in their mouth. They were not born with a lot of money waiting for them. They were not born in a normal environment, in a normal society. All right, they were born into chaos. They were born into suffering. They were born into injustice. So them making a career, making it out of all those circumstances and situation is a big economic sustenance for them. So their personal priorities and interests will be very, very different from one another. All right, I would love to see a lot of collaboration amongst the Nigerian musician. When I talk about collaboration, I'm talking about a meaningful collaboration to tackle the challenges facing Nigeria using their influence as musician, as great musician. Imagine if, you know what, don't let me say this now. Let me tell you about the last reason why I think or why it seems Nigerian musicians have turned deaf ears or blind eyes or seem unprovoked by the numerous challenges facing Nigerians and Nigeria as a whole. The last point here is the personal priorities and interests. Okay. Individual musicians may have personal priorities and interests that do not align with activism. All right. I have to say this. Trying to be an activist in Nigeria takes a lot of work. All right. It takes a true born child of Nigeria to want to be an activist in Nigeria. The real son, the real children of Nigeria, the true born, all right, it takes them to want to be an activist in Nigeria, right? So individual musicians may have personal priorities and interests that do not align with activism, okay? Their personal experiences, their personal values, and their personal goals shape their engagement with societal issues. While some may be deeply passionate about certain causes of challenges in Nigeria, other musicians might prioritize different aspects of their lives and careers. Okay, you cannot compare, for instance, you cannot compare the life experience of Davido with the life experience of Olamide Bado. You cannot compare the life experience of musician like Wizkid with the life experience of Burna Boy. What am I saying? These guys started from different background. All right, so their priorities and their personal interest is gonna be really different. It's gonna be really, really different. I don't remember the name of this musician. I don't remember his name, but a lot of prominent Nigerian musicians have passed too. Some of them, they seem provoked about the problems of Nigeria and the challenges facing Nigeria as a whole, and they made music about it, and they enlightened the citizens about it, uh, and they did a lot of good work. Some of them did, but majority of them seem to have turned deaf ear, blind eyes, and they seem unprovoked about the challenges, the numerous challenges facing Nigeria, especially this year. So one of the reasons why they seem so is their personal interests and priorities, and so personal interests and commitments also. So personal interests and commitments such as family responsibilities, business ventures, or personal well-being can influence their level of activism. It's important to recognize that musicians, like any other individuals, have diverse motivations and limitations that shape their involvement in societal challenges. All right. So those are the pointers that make it seem that Nigerian musicians have turned deaf ears or blind eyes or seem unprovoked about the situation of the challenges facing Nigeria and Nigerians as a whole. So I'm gonna mention all these items again. Personal priorities and interests is one reason. Personal priorities and interests is one reason. Focusing on international success is another reason. Focusing on international success is another reason. Diversion into other roles is another reason. And influence of sponsors and brands is another reason. Economic pressure, lack of unity and organization, amongst the Nigerian musicians, influence through art. Instead of getting involved directly, they choose to get involved indirectly. Limited impact perception, fear of repercussion. All right, fear of repercussion. All right, and focus on personal and career growth. All these 10 items are the reasons why it seems Nigerian musicians do not give a effing fly about the challenges facing Nigerians, and it seems like they do not point the attention of the government towards the real problems or the real challenges facing Nigerians as a whole. Because so this is what I wanted to say earlier. Think about a collaboration between Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Asake, Tenny, Adekunle Gold, Mr. Easy, Foz, Seun Kuti, and a lot of other prominent Banky W, Naira Marley, Simi, Techno, D'banj, Fino, Reminisce, Flavor, Yemi Alade, Olamide, P Square, Tiwa Savage, Don Jazzy, Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid. Think about a big collaboration among these guys to try to suggest a solution towards the challenges facing Nigerians and Nigeria as a whole. Like, basically trying to be an arm of government that wants to help Nigeria as a whole, or Nigerians as a whole, to get out of the multifaceted, multiple challenges that's facing them as a nation right now. Think about such collaboration. Think about what kind of influence that's gonna have. Think about it. That's gonna be great, right? Yeah, it's gonna be great. So guys, there you have it. That's the end of this live. If you have gotten some values for your time on this live, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this video to a lot of people. Okay, I'm counting on you to share this video to a lot of people. All right, it's been a beautiful evening here with you guys. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video. Goodbye.